Hey guys, I have no doubt that this film, I just came out of the theaters watching Joker. This film, let's get straight into this review. Now, it's going to contain spoiler free at the start, and we're going to get to some spoilers, but let's get into what I thought of 2019's standalone film, Joker. So Joker is directed by Todd Phillips, the guy that made the Hangover film, and it stars Joaquin Phoenix, such a hard name, as the Joker, Arthur Fleck. Now, this storyline was fantastic. So as I said, I'm going to talk spoiler free for the start of it, and then I'll give you a spoiler warning. The acting from most of these characters were fantastic. The storyline kind of felt like the One Bad Day comic book, which is a Batman comic book about how the Joker kind of came to be. And what this film does is it's an origin story that really works. Now, I had a lot of doubt coming into this film. I was expecting, look, to give it like a 7 out of 10, maybe something like that. We'll get to it at the end. I will give you a rating. But Joaquin Phoenix stands out as a Joker, and I'll probably be saying this all video, but I want to see more of him. He felt different to Heath Ledger's Joker. It was refreshing. Now, he starts off as a really likable character. There's traits of him. The laugh, for me, at the start, I was a bit iffy on, but it really grew on me. He connects with people around him, and he does his best in life to fit in as an everyday citizen, but everybody steps on him. No one cares. One thing I liked about the film is that his getaway, I haven't seen a villain in a long time have a getaway, and his getaway is kind of this dance moves, and he does the dance moves quite a bit. At the beginning it felt a bit repetitive, but towards the end you really started to get that it was part of the storyline and it was keeping him happy, because not a lot in his life was keeping him happy. I really liked the interactions with him, with his mother. His mother was a little bit just like him, you know, very good at the start, and then the truth starts to come out and you start to realize things. As for the way the actual film is filmed itself, I thought it was masterpiecely filmed. I thought the camera angles were great. There were some great color settings as well. I don't really speak about color in films, but the color settings for this film, Todd Phillips has done a really good job, and it made it feel like the old day. It had Charlie Chaplin, so if I'm not wrong, I think it was set in the 1950s or 60s. Let me know in the comment if I am wrong. But I did enjoy the film, and I definitely think you should go and see it. It gets to the point, though. It starts off slow. It does get to the point where it does get pretty brutal. So, in my opinion, say over the age of 12, 13, it's still quite a dark and violent film. Obviously in America, it's rated R. Here in Australia, it's rated MA. It gets very brutal, which I'll get to in a minute. But I think it's a fantastic film. I'm about to get into the spoilers, but that's the spoiler free for Joker. So Joker has plenty of twists and turns, but it also has plenty of likable characters. The Ha-Ha's, I think it was called, is the agency at where he loses his job. And obviously, as I said, he gets stepped on, he gets left behind by the public, but losing his job is what kind of pushes him really over the edge. I did like the start of him as this clown working for agency. Hated the way he's treated. You feel so sorry for him. But, and we already know that the Joker is a villain. And I was wondering how they were going to turn such a likable character into this. And oh my God, the way they do it. I won't spoil every little bit, but the killings in this film are very brutal. You will not expect them to be as brutal as they are. There are a few deaths. There is a massive, massive twist. Guys, I'm getting into the spoilers here. Penny Fleck is delusional at the fact that Thomas Wayne is the father of her son, Arthur Fleck, which is the Joker. Now, I didn't know whether to believe this or not. It seemed like a bit of a red herring, but a bit more digging and a really nice help from one of the workers in Arkham Asylum, or not Arkham Asylum, Arkham City Hospital record, which I gotta say, I kept thinking of the moment from Dark Knight where the Joker blows up the hospital, and I do think it could have been an Easter egg, the way that that scene was set out. As I said, the film was filmed superbly, but we started to get more of a storyline from this point on. It started to get dark. We learned that Penny Fleck was delusional at this fact, and it was not in fact true. There was a cool interaction after this between Bruce Wayne as a kid and Arthur Fleck as the Joker. The Joker didn't get his name maybe until, I'd say, maybe half an hour to go. Robert De Niro was fantastic as a talk show host as Murray Franklin. I think that was his name. Now the girl, I forget her name, but the girl that he meets in an elevator and he connects with, he basically feels like he has a life, friends with the child, everything. She's always there for him. I don't like movies much where there's a twist where, oh, okay, it was all a dream, all this. But this film works perfectly for that. Arthur has been imagining that Murray Franklin talks to him and that they are friends, that his mother truly cares about him. You can see that there's a bit of delusion there and that she is, in fact, mentally ill. But the big one for me is the fact that after that elevator moment, he walked up and kissed her. We thought they were in a relationship together, open. Nah, he's been imagining it all. He's absolutely mental. You start to see the truth now. As I said, there's some brutal killings. And in the final moment of the film, he kills Murray Franklin on stage after a fantastic scene with an interview between them. And Murray, honestly, he got him on stage to laugh at him. This was bound to happen. There's a few killings that get a bit dark, but overall not a massacre. I didn't know if there'd be like a complete and utter massacre. There is a Joker, as he's walking down the street, there is a part where someone in a car, in a Joker mask, looks straight at Arthur. And I don't know how they did this, but there is an awesome scene. It is so iconic and so different. That's what I love about this film. It's refreshing. There is a scene where that guy that was wearing that clown mask is Martha and Thomas Wayne's killer. They come out of the theater where the Murray Franklin show was, this big theater, and there is Bruce Wayne. The pebbles are grabbed from Martha Wayne. Most iconic moment for me. I loved it. Look, this film was superb. I loved it from start to finish, and I'm about to give it a rating. So as I said, amazing cinematography, an absolute masterpiece in my opinion. Look, this is up there with one of the best films of the year I've seen. And for something I had low expectations, this film is a real treat. As I said, I think some of these twists will definitely divide people. But for me, without a doubt, I'm going to give Joker a 10 out of 10. You get what you fucking deserve. This is an amazing quote. I love it. It was used twice in the film. Watching the madness descent was so good. Guys, if you haven't seen it, I'm hoping you have because you've watched this far for the spoilers. If you havenent seen it, go and check out this Joker film. It's refreshing. Joaquin Phoenix is great. I want more of this Joker. I am not one for sequels and too many films. I want to see him on screen again as the Joker. He was absolutely outstanding, and I love the way that it played out and the ending. Guys, if you've seen Joker, let me know in the comments what you thought of it. What was your favorite part? Such a different film to what I was expecting. Thanks for watching, guys. Please do subscribe to the channel, and I'll be at the NRL Grand Final on Sunday afternoon.